Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please support this channel and subscribe before the end of this video. So today we're going to do a chair yoga program where we're going to spend part of our time seated and the other half of our class we will be behind the chair doing some leg strengthening exercises and working on our hips. So let's begin class. Let's come seated nice and tall in the chair, lengthening the spine, crown of the head rising towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders to the back of the room, releasing any tension you may have in your shoulders. Let's change directions and roll the opposite way. Placing your hands on your lap wherever they land comfortably. Just a note here to have just your glutes on the chair, your hamstrings off the chair, so you can have that nice 90-degree bend at your knees and your feet nice and flat on the floor to support your posture. Let's begin focusing inward on our breath. Take a moment now, close your eyes, become aware of your breath. Noticing as you inhale, the chest rises and then the belly rises, and as you exhale, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Deep breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breath. Let's notice our breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Bringing your awareness now to the crown of your head, begin a scan of your body from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. Noticing the sensations in your body today and what your energy level feels like before we begin this practice together. Completing the scan of your body and bringing your awareness once again to your breath for our centering practice of 4 square breathing. Let's begin with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, relax your shoulders. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Keeping your shoulders relaxed and eyes closed, let's return now to our regular breath. We're going to begin stretching out the neck by lowering the right ear towards the right shoulder, feeling the stretch in the left side. One more breath. Return the head to center. This time left ear towards left shoulder, feeling the stretch in the right side. One more breath. Return to center. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and eyes closed, lift the chin as if you were looking up at the ceiling, feeling the stretch in the front of the neck. One more breath. Return to center. And this time, drawing the chin in towards the chest, feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. One more breath. Return to center. Gently open your eyes. Let's begin some functional movement by rolling out our wrists in one direction. Taking care of the wrists, we use our hands and forearms and wrists all day long. We never think about stretching out these muscles. Let's roll in the other direction. One more roll. And then we do the stop sign stretch. So make a stop sign with one hand. Bring gentle pressure to the fingers just until you can feel the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. We'll hold here for 5 breaths. One more breath. Let's lower those fingers and once again, gentle pressure, this time looking for the stretch sensation along the top of the wrist. One more breath. Let's change hands, starting with the stop sign, gentle pressure on the fingers, looking for the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. So the stop sign stretch stretches the extensors and flexors of the wrist. One more breath here. And let's lower those fingers, and once again, gentle pressure, looking for the stretch along the top of the wrist. And one more breath. Give the hands a little shake. Let's draw the hands to heart center. Lock those elbows into the body. Interlace the fingers. Make a really tight fist. Palms together here. We're going to roll in one direction. Just doing a little bit more for the wrists and forearms. One more roll in this direction, and then pause, and let's roll the opposite way. And one more roll in this direction, and just gently shake it out. Now starting on our spinal movement, so we're going to start moving side to side. So we're going to take our right hand to the chair, left hand overhead. I want you to look up through the fingers at the ceiling, feeling the side body stretch, the rib cage is slightly lifted, and let's come into a nice side bend here. Only go as deep as you feel comfortable going today. We're holding for 4 breaths. Slowly bringing that hand overhead once again, reaching for the ceiling. And changing sides, a hand in the sky comes down to the chair, opposite hand reaches for the ceiling, feeling that side body engage, rib cage lifting, and slowly come into that side bend, holding here for 4 breaths. Once again, reaching overhead for the ceiling, and now we're going to do side bends at your own pace, moving freely from side to side. We're just going to do 6 singles. Last 2. And let's come seated nice and tall in the chair. Once again, just the glutes on the chair. Adding a gentle twist now for the spine, starting with the palms facing each other. We're going to have our left hand travel as far back behind us as we can reach as we follow it with our gaze. So on your next exhale, left hand travels, follow with your gaze, reach as far behind as you can, introducing that gentle twist, and then inhale to draw the hand forward. Changing sides, exhale, right hand travels, follow with your gaze. Inhale forward. Exhale left, follow with your gaze. Inhale forward. Last one, exhale right, follow with your gaze. Inhale forward. And allow the hands to come to your legs. Still sitting nice and tall in the chair, thinking about posture here, coming into a full twist, taking the right hand to the left knee, and bringing that left hand behind you on the chair, sitting tall, and on your next exhale, look over the left shoulder, holding for 8 rounds of breath. Noticing the muscles resist as we first move into this twist. As we continue to breathe deeply, they will begin to relax. One more breath here. Let's slowly unwind, coming forward once again. And this time, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you on the chair. Sit tall, and in your exhale, look over that right shoulder, holding for 8 rounds of breath. One more breath here. Let's slowly unwind. Let's roll those shoulders to the back of the room twice. Roll them forward twice. And we're going to leave our arms by our side with the palms shining forward for a couple rounds of cow and cat breath, moving our spine front to back. So let's begin as we inhale into cow. Belly comes forward as our gaze and our arms reach up. And as we exhale to cat, arch the back towards the back of the chair, draw the arms down. Inhale to cow, belly forward, gaze is up. Exhale to cat, lower the arms, arch the back. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Let's do one more. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Beautiful, sitting nice and tall here. And take our hands to our waist, and we're just going to do a few circles in one direction, just small circles, just releasing any tension we might be holding in our low back or hips. We'll do one more circle in this direction and pause. Let's circle the opposite way. One more circle. And stop at center. Let's grab the chair on both sides with our hands. Let's pick up one foot, and we're going to begin rolling out the ankle. I want you to take a look at your foot here. Make sure it's a nice circular movement that you're making. Let's change directions, rolling the other way. And we're going to turn that now into a point for 2 and a flex. Point, flex. 2 more of these. Point, flex, and last one, point, and flex. Let's set that foot down. Let's pick up the other foot, and once again, as you roll out the ankle and the toes, take a look at that foot and make sure it's a nice circular motion. If it's not, you could be losing some range of motion, and this is something you could practice anytime you're seated. Let's roll the other way, so when you're at your desk or at the dinner table or even just sitting down watching TV, you could practice this. Let's turn that into a point for 2, and a flex, a point, flex, 2 more of these, point, flex, last one, point, and flex, and set that foot down. Now we're going to get up behind the chair. So standing behind your chair, holding on to the chair with both hands, having a seat distance between the back of the chair and your feet. I want you to have your feet hip width apart here, and we're just going to rise up onto our toes, nice and tall here. Holding here, and then we're going to slowly lower to the count of 10, really controlling the lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Let's rise up tall on the toes once again. And again, slowly lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now holding onto the chair, leaning slightly into the chair, I want you to balance on your heels, picking the toes completely up off the floor. Now we're going to alternate tapping the right foot down and then the left foot. So just alternate tapping the feet, make that nice little touchdown, changing from side to side, thumping the foot down, just giving all the muscles in the feet a little bit of strengthening. Let's do 4 more singles. Beautiful, and let's come flat-footed once again. This time we're going to rise up onto our toes. I want you to bend your knees and bring your shins and your thighs towards the chair. Just bending down slightly, feeling a little bit of shaking as we hold this posture. Top of our legs towards the back of the chair. Now let's slowly rise up once again. Let's come back down onto flat feet, holding it onto the chair, leaning into the chair, balancing on the heels as all of the toes are off the mat, and then alternating that tap down, left foot and then right foot. Let's do 1 more on each side, and place the feet down. Let's come nice and tall one more time. I want you to bend the knees. Draw the quads towards the back of the chair. Now sink down just a tiny bit more here. Notice a little bit of shaking happening in the muscles of the legs. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. Let's rise up onto those toes. And we're going to slowly come down. Now we're going to turn and face in this direction. So the leg furthest from the chair is a supporting leg. We're going to bring all our weight into the leg furthest from the chair, bend that knee slightly. Now the leg closest to the chair is going to move, giving the hips a nice range of motion here as we allow our leg to move front to back. Remember, you can move the upper body as much as you feel comfortable doing as we allow the leg to come front to back. Let's do 2 more. And then I want you to slowly allow that foot to come down to the mat. We're going to turn and face the camera. Or facing me. I'm facing the camera. We're going to bring our foot out to the side, the same one that we just had, moving from side to side. We're going to touch our toe down to the ground. Our supporting knee is bent. All our weight is in that supporting leg. I want you to think about engaging the muscles in the side here, the hips and the glutes. We're going to squeeze and lift that foot slightly off the ground, just an inch or 2. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Slowly allow that foot to come down to the mat once again. Now we're going to take that same foot, we're going to cross it in front of the other leg. And now we're going to bring that leg out on a diagonal and draw it back in. Squeezing and drawing in, controlling the leg. We're not flinging the leg. Really control the movement of the leg here as we move on a diagonal. Your chair might wobble a little bit. Just bring your hands a little bit wider on the chair. Balance the weight. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Allow that foot to come down. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to work that same leg one more time, this time having that toe touch down behind us. Remember, all of your weight is in your supporting leg, that supporting knee slightly bent. And all we're going to do now is squeeze as we lift the toes and inch or two off the ground, really engaging the glutes here. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Slowly allow that foot to come down. Give the legs a little shake, and now we're going to turn in this direction. So once again, the leg furthest from the chair is your support. Bend the knee, bring all the weight into your supporting leg. Hold on to the chair, and we're going to allow the other leg to move front to back freely, moving your torso as much as you feel comfortable. Maybe you're a little bit more upright. Maybe you like to lean a little bit more with your legs, whatever feels good for you. Let's do 4 more. Last one. Slowly allow that leg to come down to the mat, turning to the front of the room once again, facing the back of your chair. Utilizing that same leg, starting with the toe pointing out to the side. All the weight is in the supporting leg, knee is slightly bent on the supporting leg. Thinking about engaging the muscles in the side of the hips and the glutes. And we're going to squeeze and lift, squeeze, squeeze. Controlling the movement. Beautiful job. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Let's take that foot now, give it a little break, a little shake, and now we're going to bring that foot on a diagonal in front of our other. Once again, looking for the motion and the sensation of those muscles working in the hips and the glutes. Let's take it out to the side, really controlling the leg, keeping that foot flexed, not flinging the leg. Really control the motion. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Allow that leg to come down to the mat once again. And this time we're going to start with that toe touching down behind us. And think about that squeeze and lift as we just utilize the glutes, lifting the leg as we squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep it going. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Let's just shake out the legs a tiny bit. Now we're going to bring our heels to the edge of the mat. Toes are slightly off the mat. We're going to hold on to the chair for support. Let's come into a quarter squat. I want you to notice the muscles being engaged as you're in the quarter squat. Do you notice your inner thigh or outer thigh? Maybe it's your quads, perhaps it's your hamstrings or your glutes. Just notice in your own body where you're feeling the sensation of those muscles being activated. We're going to stay low in this squat. We're not going to bounce or sway. And we're going to alternate lifting toes on one foot at a time. Starting with the left foot. Lift the left toes, place them down. Right toes, place them down. And let's alternate left, right, left, right. Once you have the toes alternating that lift, just really be mindful of that low squat. Trying not to bounce, not to sway. Really doing some strengthening in all the muscles in the legs. Also, as we lift the toes, strengthening the muscles in the feet, as well as the shins. Keep it going. Let's do 4 more sets. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. Let's come flat-footed, rise up a little bit, shake out your legs. Give your muscles a tiny break here. Let's come back down into that quarter squat. Notice the muscles being engaged here. This time we're going to be lifting our heels instead. So start out with the left, right, left, right. Once the heels are lifting, make sure there's no bounce or sway in your squat. Keep it going. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Let's bring those feet flat, rise up, shake out the legs, getting ready for our combination. Let's come down into that quarter squat. This is the final set, so let's come down just a tiny bit more. Now we're going to alternate toe, toe, heel, heel. Starting on the left, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel. Now notice your squat. No bounce or sway. Back to toe, toe, heel, heel. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. Beautiful job. And just lifting up out of that squat. Let's shake out the legs. Let's do a modified down dog to stretch the back of the body. Hands nice and wide on the chair. Step back until your arms are fully extended. Bend the knees and keep them bent to protect the hamstrings. Draw your glutes to the wall behind you. And then lower your torso until your ears are between your elbows. Just going to move my chair a little bit more forward. So make sure your ears are between your elbows. You keep your knees bent throughout. Notice the nice stretch starting in the upper back of the leg and the hamstrings, moving up into the glutes, up your back and into your shoulders. The lower you bring your head past your elbows, the more you will feel a stretch in the shoulders. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. And then we're going to deepen this pose. To deepen this pose, we're going to bring our hands off of the top of the chair to the seat of the chair, keeping those knees bent, coming a little bit lower, closer to the ground here. Notice where the stretch intensifies in your body. 4 more breaths. Let's bring our hands to the top of the chair once again. And for the next 3 breaths, see if you can lower your head below your ears, keeping the knees bent here. And let's slowly rise up, walking towards our chair and keeping about a seat distance between the back of the chair and our feet. Let's draw those arms up. We're going to grab one wrist and we're going to come into a nice gentle side bend as we pull over to that side. Let's come back to center, release, change sides. Come back to center, release, and change sides. And one more time, come back to center, release, and change sides. And once you're back at center, let's exhale, lower those arms. We're going to come seated in our chair once again. Just on our glutes. Nice tall posture in your chair. Let's roll the shoulders to the back of the room twice. Roll them to the front of the room twice. And starting with our palms shining forward, let's close practice today with a couple rounds of Tao breath. So as we inhale, reach for the sky. And as we exhale, reach for your shoulders and then press them away from the body. On your next inhale, lift those arms in front. And as you exhale, pull everything back in. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale to the shoulders, press away. Inhale, lift in front. Exhale, draw in. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale to the shoulders and press away. Inhale, lift in front. Exhale, draw in. Last time, inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale to the shoulders and press away. Inhale, lift in front. Exhale, draw in. Here's our change. Inhale as you reach for the sky. Bring the palms together. Lower them to heart center. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice that you're still breathing deeply. And now bring your awareness to the crown of your head. And begin a scan of your body from the crown of your head to your toes. Noticing the sensations in your body and also what your energy is like after this practice together. Noticing with self-awareness and not self-judgment. Completing the scan of your body, bringing your awareness once again to your breath, noticing that you're still breathing deeply. I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your energy with this practice today and taking this mindful time for self-care. Movement every day is so important to keep us healthy. May you have a beautiful day. Namaste. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please support me and subscribe. It was nice having you join me today, and I hope you join me again next time. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.